For this video, we're going to look at multiplying polynomials. Our first example is going to be x plus 7 multiplied by x plus 3. So we're multiplying two binomials, bi meaning two, and each of them have two terms. And so the method that we're going to use for multiplying binomials is going to be the FOIL method, which is where we multiply the first terms, the outer terms, the inner terms, and then the last terms. So FOIL, FOIL. And so our first terms in this particular problem is going to be an x multiplied by an x. And so x times x is going to give us x squared. Our outer terms are going to be an x and a 3, so x multiplied by positive 3 is going to give us plus 3x. Our inner terms are a 7 and an x, so 7 multiplied by x is going to give us positive 7x. And then our last terms, we're going to have 7 multiplied by 3, and 7 times 3, both positive, is going to give us plus 21. And so what we have after using the FOIL method is x squared plus 3x plus 7x plus 21. So for a problem like this, at this stage you want to look for any like terms that we can combine. In this case we have a 3x and a 7x which we can combine. So we'll bring down the x squared, and then 3x plus 7x is going to give us 10x, and then we'll bring down the plus 21. And so our final answer in simplified form is x squared plus 10x plus 21. For our second problem, we have a binomial multiplied by a trinomial. So we can't use the direct FOIL method, but what we can do is we can kind of generalize it. So looking at what we did when we used the FOIL method is we multiplied all the items in the first polynomial by each of the items in the second polynomial. And we're really going to do the same thing here. So first of all, we're going to take our x and we're going to multiply it by all three terms in the second polynomial. And so x multiplied by x squared gives us our x to the third. Our x multiplied by negative x is going to give us negative x squared. Our x multiplied by positive 1 is going to be plus x. And then we're going to do the same thing with the second item, or the second term in our first polynomial. We're going to multiply the 1 by all three terms in the second polynomial. And so 1 multiplied by x squared is going to be plus x squared. The 1 multiplied by negative x is going to be negative x, and the 1 multiplied by 1 times 1 just gives us positive 1. And so now what we want to do again at this stage is we want to look at any like terms that we may have. So we have a negative x squared and a positive x squared. We also have a positive x and a negative x. And so what's going to happen is positive x minus x is going to give us 0. They're going to cancel each other out. X squared minus x squared, again, is going to give us 0. They will cancel each other out. And so looking at all of the items or the terms we have left over, all we have left is an x to the third plus 1. And so x to the third plus 1 is our final answer.